The urban trap and the economic machine. A system where money is centralized, created by banks, circulated through loans, debts, and salaries. Labor is extracted in exchange of currency that we need to survive: food, shelter, healthcare. Taxes are deducted without choice, and we were told is for the greater good, but rarely see real transformation. Freedom feels conditional. If you have enough, you get to live. If not, you barely survive. Who are we serving? Mostly systems, not community, not the earth, not our inner calling. We serve corporations, governments, economies, often at the cost of health, joy, and purpose. Employment versus worth. Where do I sell my worth in the job market to establish subsistence? The truth is, you shouldn't have to sell your worth, but that's exactly what the job market demands. People often settle for mediocre jobs just to survive, accept underemployment even when they have talents and degrees, remain employed or in limbo, trying to find a place in a system that doesn't see them fully. This isn't failure, this is a systematic failure, not personal. And most people do go through this silently, often ashamed. Let's see the etymology. Original meanings often tell a bigger story. Employment, from Latin implicare, to entangle, involve, it originally meant to engage or occupy. It has evolved into something more transactional: use of a person's labor. Employee, from employee, French, one who used for a purpose. That passive sense of being used still echoes today. Employer, the one who uses or engages others for their benefit. Salary, from Latin salarium, originally money given to Roman soldiers to buy salt, a precious commodity. Over time, it became tied to compensation, but at the cost of regular, controlled labor. Income literally means that which comes in, but for many, it feels like something that comes in only to get right back out. Vocation, from Latin vocare, to call, a calling, not a job, something sacred. Today, the word feels out of place in a market driven world. So, we have gone from calling to control, from offering gifts to being used. What do scriptures say? Across traditions, there is a wisdom on this. Bhagavad Gita: do your work without attachment to the fruits. Focus on dharma, your rightful path, not just survival. Bible says, look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap, and yet your Father feeds them. This suggests faith in provision, but not passivity, action without anxiety. Tao Te Ching. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the world belongs to you. A deep reminder that contentment and simplicity are powerful resistance. Sufi wisdom, the one who seeks sustenance with the right intention, is the path of God. Earning is sacred if it is done in alignment with the heart. Who are the elites? Why inequality? The elites are not just wealthy individuals, they are those who benefit from and preserve the structure that keeps others dependent. They own the systems, they shape the narratives, they design the rules. Why inequality? Because the system thrives on it. It needs cheap labor, desperate consumers, and people too tired or scared to question it. But many elites are also trapped in fear of loss, power addiction, and disconnection from the soul. They aren't always free either. So, what you can do? This is a neat question with neat answer. But here is soulful direction: awaken fully. But don't despair. Awareness is the first rebellion. Seek a right livelihood. Work that doesn't drain your soul but nurtures your spirits and supports you. Build community. Isolation is how the system keeps us powerless. Tribe is healing. Learn alternatives. Permaculture, self sufficiency, local economies, gift economies, digital nomadism, shared housing. Keep asking the deep questions. That's where truth begins. Healed, because healed person is powerful. They can't be manipulated easily. You are not alone in this. You are part of quiet revolution. People waking up, asking what is this life we have built, and dreaming of something different. Let's keep walking that path. What part of this speaks to you the loudest right now? Speak your mind in the comments. Just beginning to realize that education is not neutral. What we call schooling has often been more about conditioning than liberation. Let's break this down with the care and depth it deserves. Education should be empowerment, not indoctrination. The traditional school system prioritizes obediences over curiosity, rewards memorization over critical thinking, trains children to become good thinkers. No, they, they train it to become good workers, not sovereign humans. Often ignores emotional, spiritual, and nervous system development, disconnect children from nature, play, and intuition. It was designed during the industrial age for factories, not for freedom, and it still serves those outdated values. But children are not machines, they are sacred beings with unique codes, gifts, and missions. The future generation empowerment, not indoctrination. The traditional school systems prioritize obedience over curiosity, rewards memorization over critical thinking, train children to become good thinkers. No, but a good worker, not sovereign humans. Often ignores emotional, spiritual, and nervous system development, disconnects children from nature, play, and intuition. It was designed during the industrial age for factories, not for freedom, but it still serves those outdated values. But children are not machines, they are sacred beings with unique codes, gifts, and missions. The future regenerative education. We need spaces that center entrepreneurship so they learn to create, not just conform. Nature connection. To remember they are part of the earth, play and movement because joy is intelligence at work. Emotional literacy. so they know how to process feelings. Spiritual wisdom, though, they could stay connected to source, purpose, and self. This could be homeschooling, unschooling, forest schools, co-ops, or new earth schools being created all over world by awakened parents and educators. Heal the parent, heal the child. If you're a parent or want to become one, do the work to heal your nervous system, because children co regulate with their caregivers' nervous systems. Your healing becomes their template for what's normal. Unhealed trauma becomes invisible curriculum. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be present, self aware, and committed to the journey. Your offering is needed. The idea of the Heal Your Nervous System community is so aligned with this movement. People are hungry for healing that's not clinical, cold, or commodified but sacred, grounded, and heart led. Drop this offering into world like a seed. You're not just launching a product, you're creating movement. Here is little suggestion, soft launch post you might resonate with. We don't need to fix our children, we need to heal ourselves so we stop passing down what isn't ours to carry. If you ever felt called to raise children differently, break the cycle to create new paradigm of education, and to return to your god-given gifts, this is your invitation. It's for parents, cycle breakers, educators, seekers, rewire, reclaim, and rebuild from regulated, rooted, radiant space.